I was still confused, of course. And brave the storm too. I made it, guys. I am set to go. I'm just going to go. I just finished having breakfast, some croissant and some juice. So now the kitchen. This is the reality. But we'll have that sorted when I get back. So yeah. This is how I get ready for work.
Oh my god, do you want like a picture of you in the snow?
Good morning, everyone. So today, this is the next day, or the time is currently like 7:59. So it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. So I am not using my microphone, but I think I should. So yeah, I have my mic on now. So yesterday was a great day. Oh, y'all, it was a mix of fear, of course, JJC now. So yesterday, at the beginning of the week, my colleagues were reading the weather forecast, and they were talking about the fact that there was going to be a snowstorm, right? A snowstorm on when? Wednesday? Or but I was like, it might not happen because they were already, making plans, thinking of what our commute would be. I'm like, it might not happen. Why did I say it might not happen? Because the couple of times where we've seen snow warnings, you guys know, I vlogged one time when they said there's going to be snow warning. It's going to start with freezing rain, ice pellets, then transition to snow. It didn't happen. Well, not in this part of Ontario. It did not happen. So I'm like, it might not happen. I forgot that some of them live like far. I don't know. I don't know the east or west or whatever, but like some live on the parts that usually get, the snow at all these times where I was saying, oh, it didn't happen. It really did happen in some places, but it was not like terrible, terrible, right? So I'm like, it might not happen. So they're like, it might not happen. Well, of course, everybody came prepared, except some people. A colleague of mine came with sneakers. So sneakers that were not even really sneakers gangan. So like, I don't even want to imagine how his commute was yesterday. Anywho, So, like I said, it was like a mix of fear, excitement. I was just taking everything in good faith and everything. So, this was how it started. I got went on my through my usual commute, got on the train, then the train would got on the first train, then transitioned to the second one, and after we transitioned to the second train, just right after the just one stop, they disembarked. Abi, what was that English? The Is it the driver of the train or whatever they call those people was like, oh, we all have to get off now because there's like no service between more like two stations that are aired. So like trains are not going there, they are not getting there. I'm like, why? Because of the security. It didn't even go further, so we just got off. We didn't know. We were thinking maybe it's because of the snow. So we got off. Come and see all of us standing clueless. So I'm like, excuse me. So I had to beckon on one lady, like, excuse me, is another train going to come? Because me, I just I was not understanding anything. Like, I mean, mom, come to Shelley. Like, I didn't know what was going on. So I'm like, is there going to be another train? He said, I sure hope there would. I'm like, you hope they would? Like, come, is this plane? There's a huge storm outside. If the train doesn't come, how do I get to my house? I cannot definitely cannot walk from downtown to where I stay. So like so she checks this app that helps gives you updates on the roads and everything. If there's going to if service between certain stops around your route is going to be interrupted, you'll be notified there. So I saw her check it. She was like, oh, this and this is what happened. Okay, guys, I wish you all the best. I think I'm going to brave the storm. So she went on out to the platform where she could get a bus and was like, she's going to try and face the storm rather than just wait. That I'm like, I don't think I can do that. I was still confused. Of course, if I waited for a long time and there was no train, I would have to go up on the platform too and brave the storm too. So we waited for a couple of minutes, maybe 7 minutes, and another train comes, fully loaded. But some of us managed to get on. Again, it was just like we just need to move forward, right? So it takes us about two stops and started saying some things as well. Okay, first thought was like, oh, the trainer ahead of us has an emergency alarm on. So until that train moves, we are going to remain at that point, and he hopes that it is soon. I'm like, Chamati Walo, just be pushing us forward. Yes, take me forward. Take me forward. At least I'm getting closer to the home, closer home, or closer to my house. We move on. We moved on. Eventually, the train moved, and we get to another stop. I can't be calling the stops yet. We get to another stop. We get to another stop, and this time it was like, hello, everyone. This train is not going beyond so station because there is no service between this station and that station. Which was what the other train had said. Because when this one came, I was taking on like this one. No hear the news, but like anyhow, should I just be taking us? So I was like, okay, it can only get to the station that we were approaching, and after that there's no service, at least for now. So even the guy was so rude about it. It was like, if you have any concerns, if you have any displeasures you wanna, express, you can call the minister of this, get his number on that. Like nobody's arguing with you, guy. Why they take am so serious? Like, yeah, tell us this was the situation. But he went on ahead and said, okay, there's an injury on the track and da 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 da. Even went further to mention exactly what happened. And someone beside me was like, nah, he was not supposed to say that. Like usually they would just say maybe for security reasons, or they are clearing out the track, or there's a situation on the track, not like blatantly or clearly saying this happened. So it was like, we're like, nah, man, this guy must, be having a bad day. So we all got off, At this point, me, I'm like, Nigeria, see, I've never experienced it. I've heard stories about snowstorm and how commuting will be difficult. And I've seen videos on YouTube, how cars get to skid off the road and they're sliding off and like just losing control. I'm like, that is so scary. We all get off the train, and this time, like, obviously, this is clear. They can't go beyond the station. So I need to go on up and get a bus that would take me to that station. Then I continue, right? So I went on, got on the platform, and what did I see? This huge crowd. The huge crowd. I'm like, what? First of all, just taking the escalator to get on that platform, like, we were a lot of people. Of course, that got off the train. Then we got up on that platform and saw and like multitudes of people. I'm like, why did this have to happen to me? So we got there. There was a bus fully loaded, and the bus I don't recognize the bus. I don't even know where the it was going. Like I don't know that place. So I searched. The map was still giving me direction through the normal route, which of course was not viable. And this bus refused to move. It said was announcing to people that a couple other buses are stuck on the road because of um I guess where they were going was hilly, was steep or slopey. You guys get the drift. Like Ely was like they drive towards like upwards a kind of Ely road, right? So it was like a couple buses are stuck, so you can't go until you get directives that or direction that the road is now passable. Yesterday, I had the brilliant idea, I think yesterday morning, to get to go to the meat shop, that's lorry meat. I'm like, I need to go there, like there from work, and from there I'll take an Uber back home. So yeah, like that was that was just the brilliant idea I came up with before I left for work. So while I took um no, I got this idea at work, yes. So thankfully I took the grocery bag. So I'm like, yeah, for sure I can go. I even made a list of the things I wanted to buy. I thought the storm was playing. Seeing all of the snow, I was still saying, I'll just take the bus and the subway to the place and take a Uber back home, right? What's the big deal? While we were chatting during the day, I mentioned it to my husband, like close to close of business. I told him that I was going to be going to Lorry Meet before I head home. Then he was like, this snow is plenty, oh, don't go. Then I was still thinking I should go, but then when I got on the subway and there was already breaking transmission, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't go. So I decided to cancel that out of my plan. So thankfully, that was like at the beginning of my journey. So I canceled that. I was not going to go to lorry meet anymore. I just was like, okay, but we need bread. I was like, okay, when I get to maybe my last train stop, I'll find a grocery store to buy bread. So when I got to this certain stop where the train said, no more, we're not going any further, I got on the platform. I saw all the bazillion people, I saw the multitude of people there that are stranded like me. I'm like, that was my cable. So I got there. I'm like, okay, tell me why I'm such a foodie, right? Tell me why we are stranded, and I'm still like, oh, let me check the map for the closest Walmart store or no frills, just because I want to buy bread. That's toasting for you. So I'm like searching, and I saw 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not. I'm like, come on, focus on getting home first. So I raised the thought of buying anything on the way. I was like, let me even get, because at this point I'm now seeing it was the reality was now eating me. It was still snowing. I'm gonna be putting clips. It was still snowing. I saw a lot of people trying to find their way. I saw old people. I was feeling so like I pitied them. So I was like so concerned for them. Like, how are they going to get home? Like old people. I saw one woman with like walking stick in that bad weather. And then I saw people with their kids. I'm like, oh, not you. People with their kids. Some of the kids are working on their own. But I'm like, nah, this is not a good experience for these ones. And then I saw teenagers having fun. Even I was having fun because of course I was bringing out my phone and recording it. But then again, I'm like, wait, where am I? Later, I'm like, where am I? I need to figure out how to find my way. So I went on the map, and I'm not so good with using like the map, compass, or whatever. So I usually use the live direction for walking, and it was not going. I don't even know. Like maybe I was like, Abi, and server don't shut down. So like it was not working. I had to now manage figure out how to use the compass, the regular compass of the map. Okay, I first crossed. Eventually I had to come back. I was shy walking and I recorded it. I got to a place. Eventually I walked and I got to a place that I knew, like I recognized. I've come to that area. I'm like, okay, we're getting somewhere. So I stopped by, I saw a beauty supply store. I stopped by and got some things that I think I'll be needing for my next hairstyle. You guys, that's something about me. Like make the most out of every situation. Right? I'm here. I might as well stop by and buy gel, bendy rollers. So I picked that, and then that place was close to another train station. So I'm like, let me check if I'm going to go there and check if the trains are now working. So before I even left the beauty supply store, I checked and I saw service was now restored. I'm like, good gracious, thank God. So I went there. I went back to the subway and eventually took the train. I'm like, I'm going to just go to the last stop rather than stop. There's another convenient stop for me where the bus stops very close to my house. I'm walking like 3 minutes or two to get to my house. But I'm like, the roads are not good. What if the bus doesn't come? So I'm like, let the train take me as close to home as possible so that even if I get there and I do not find a bus, I can walk. And also, I could stop by the grocery store near there because there's one for sure there and buy my bread. At least I'm close to home. I can trek it so I can buy bread now, right? So I stopped there. I went and got some grocery items. I couldn't even show nothing. Like I didn't even vlog it. So I got some turkey in case we'll make turkey. Like I just bought turkey since I'm not going to lorry meat. So I bought like two more packs of turkey because I already bought one the last time I went. I got turkey, got bread, got potatoes. After getting some groceries, I decided to buy us like something to eat for dinner because I'm not going to go through all this stress and come home empty handed and start thinking, what are we going to eat? So I bought Popeyes. Yeah, even though the Popeyes did not bang yesterday because it was already cold and I was not patient enough to eat it up well. So I did that. I you guys saw, and that was it. When I was on buying the Popeyes takeout, um, I realized that Obi had already gotten close to where I was. So I was like, I'm going to wait for you. So we'll wait for the bus together. If the bus doesn't come, we just might be legging it. So he gets to me and I'm like, let's walk because I don't think this bus is going to come because I've not caught sight of any bus since I've been on this road. So I'm like, let us walk. I don't think the buses are coming. Then I reminded him that the road is slopey. I think the buses might not be able to pass it because, like, imagine cars find it difficult, right? Like we were seeing the cars driving with so much caution, and imagine a huge bus going down the slope, the hill with passengers. Imagine, and then there's hardly any grip to the ground because the ice is smooth on the floor. I'm like, I think that might be the issue. Maybe that's why they can't come. Because when they're coming, they have to climb up the hill. How do they do that? And then the roads are already covered in ice and they are like leveled. So there's no texture to the road at all. So I'm like, maybe that's why. And for sure, that was why. So we start walking. Of course, we start walking and walking and walking, using the map to find our way in the dark. We saw all the cars. We had to stay as far away from the road as possible because the cars were having a tough time. We don't want any car to just skid our way or whatever. Is that the right word? So we eventually made it through all of that. But while we were walking home, we saw the buses, like they were stranded. Two buses, like they were just stuck down the hill. They couldn't climb up. Even seeing cars trying to climb up. Some cars were trying to go all the way up. They couldn't figure out how to do that. They had to take a detour. It was a lot. It was a lot. So yesterday at work, a colleague of mine was like, Tosin, it's officially winter. Like, welcome to Canada. So I think yesterday I got inducted properly into Canadian winter because all this time I'm like, oh, the weather's, but it wasn't freezing. Like the weather was not bad. Like the cold was not bad, but the road, yeah. So I was like, all this past couple of weeks, I'm like, where is the winter now? Winter, it started snowing in December. Okay, it snowed once in November and then didn't snow again until like close to Christmas. I'm like, is this the winter that they have been talking about? Yesterday I saw what they've been talking about. So guys, that is the story time. I hope you enjoy this chit chat. Yo, because I'm like, I have to document this. Yesterday was a lot. I think that is all for my talkie. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this story time of mine. If you're already in Canada, let me know what your worst winter is it worse? What your worst winter um experience has been. Let me know in the comment section. I would really love to hear it because my own, I think it was not that bad. I mean, I found my way, but it was just all new. So yeah, I'd love to hear your experiences and if you've been following my vlogs, you know that like that commute has always been a concern for me. Like commuting after the storm, hmm and I had to face it. So let me know what you think. So this is my exhaust. Mm. Yo, I couldn't find the what's it called? Regular bread I usually buy. I hope that this one is sweet. So yeah, I'll take this one. Hi everyone, welcome back to another vlog because I think I'm starting off another vlog now. You guys, today was work from home day. I did not have a productive day like IT. Ignore the ashiness, I don't know. I kind of look ashy, like I didn't moisturize my face enough, I think. Ignore that. So I was saying like I did not have like my day was not as productive as I would have wanted it. Like today I didn't have any Zoom meeting. I only had one, which was like barely 15 minutes long. So but like I didn't get a lot done outside of work that I wanted to do. And I know why, you guys. See my work from home situation. Like you cannot be productive like this. Working in this kind of position, like having to sit like this, you know, and work, do like this. Oh God. So like we need to do something about this. Initially the plan was to get like a movable island. If you watched our house tour when we moved in, I mentioned that I wanted one in that position, like in. But guess what? Like this week, we could have probably ordered it or something. Like I finally went online and checked. I saw I think what seems to be like the perfect choice or option. But then again, because of the amount, I'm like, do we really need it? Do we really need it? Guys, because this space is not wide enough, and for some other reasons, other factors that we're considering, we're like, do we really need it? But you guys, we do. I'm like, when we want to work, do serious stuff, we can't be doing it in this position. Like, nah, it's not good for your posture and you will not get a lot done. I can testify to that. So we're going to be placing the order next week for sure. Like I'm not overthinking it anymore. We need it. So we're going to get that and like 2 bar stools, and that'll be it, because we don't want to, of course, that's all the space can accommodate. I wanted to say we don't want to overcrowd it. There's no even space to overcrowd anything. Anywho, I want to prep for tomorrow. I think I'm going to make minced meat pasta, macaroni. So the thing is, like, I'm not motivated to cook. Like, I don't feel like cooking. The fact that I didn't make fried rice on Sunday. Like this week, I don't even feel like cooking anything. Like I'm thinking, what can we eat tomorrow without having like to cook? But there's nothing. So like I'm like, you just have to cook it.